अब्यूज नजर नहीं आ रहा तो आप कंप्लेन नहीं कर सकते. अगर आपको पुलिस स्टेशन में कंप्लेन करने जाना है, इफ यू वांट द पुलिस टू टेक कॉग्निजेबल वो क्या बोलते हैं उसको.
This is just exactly what we were talking about before you came in with Preeti, when we were talking about, like say for example, we feed stray dogs on the road, right? So there are so many people who want to come and abuse, who want to. I keep telling her you have to keep recording, and I've just recently bought a dash cam. Earlier, can you imagine on our cars dash cams? Did you ever think about it?
No.
Growing up, did you think about dash cams?
No.
Now I'm thinking about dash cams because anything is happening.
Yes.
People are just banging into your cars, so you need proof that this is happening. So everything needs to be documented for things to come out onto the table.
Correct. Exactly. So अगर वो चोट है, बाहर से लगी है, दिख रही है तो चोट है, अंदर से लगी तो चोट नहीं है. फिर इमोशनल अब्यूज है तो अब्यूज नहीं है, मेंटल अब्यूज है तो अब्यूज नहीं है, सेक्सुअल अब्यूज है तो अब्यूज नहीं है. तब लोग मजाक उड़ाएंगे, बच्चे का मजाक उड़ाएंगे, औरत का मजाक उड़ाएंगे.
Sexual abuse can still be proven.
To a point. To a point. Only to a point. If it is rape, it can be proven. But if it is somebody finger fucking, if it is somebody asking a 10-year-old kid to give him a hand job, how do you prove that? That is abuse. Somebody flashes his penis at you, that is abuse. Somebody sends you a masturbating video, that is abuse. And I have gone to the police station to complain, lodged a complaint. They refused to take my FIR. Finally they agreed. It happened. Till date I have absolutely zero response from the police, from the cybercrime. Every year I'm going to the police, lodging FIRs for something like this. Now, of course, it is all got to do with the net. It's cybercrime. But anyway, we were talking about
that
the parents and the children.
Yeah, that is what you mean.
Now, this is also what is happening to the children also.
Yeah.
The children are on video games where people are talking to them, elders are talking to them. A lot of time, parents have caught them, but
video games.
Yeah, there are a lot of games on the phone that the children play, and they are interactive games.
On chat, with chat. Yeah.
So children are talking to them.
Yeah.
Now those people are not giving their true identity,
but
they're calling them, meet me here, meet me there. In a family where the mother and father today, with the scenario which is, both the parents are working. Nobody is looking after what the child is doing. बच्चे को फोन दे दिया, टीवी दे दिया, and do you know what is happening with the child? Do you know what your child is up to? Tomorrow, if the child innocently goes and meets someone, or talks to someone, and some abuse happens to her, if she comes and tells you, what the parent will do is slap her. तूने बात क्यों की? तूने फोन क्यों दिया?
This is systemic also because in India we think of sex as something that is bad, that is taboo and cannot be talked about. Yeah. At a certain age abroad, there are basic lessons which are taught about good touch, bad touch, what a child is supposed to do. Here we do not have that because we just don't want to talk about sex.
Yes.
We don't talk about sex.
The problem is the parents only don't talk.
Correct. Precisely.
The parents are supposed to talk to the child.
Because they themselves say मेरे को ये बात नहीं करनी है, वो समझ जाएगा. अब जब वो because in our country I will very strongly say that parents never think of their children as adults even when they are 50 years old.
No, they don't.
You see? So abroad what happens is at the age of 18 you go out and you make your own thing. You go to college, you go off to college, correct? In America. But here what happens is, no, कहाँ जाएगा, घर पे रहेगा, वहाँ, there's this mentality, which is actually a good mentality.
Yeah.
But there has to be a balance where you are making your child feel comfortable, but also prepare him for the outside world, which is never done in our country. We don't prepare our children for the outside world.
Tell me something, just a question. So, in the gay community, generally speaking, do men become gay or women become gay or lesbian because they are abused by their own sex as a child?
So in this,
Because I have heard from a lot of,
So
that it happened because this happened.
This is an age-old conversation that hounds the LGBTQIA plus community about nature versus nurture. Nurture is how the child is reared, and nature is whether it is a genetic, it's a genetic thing that happens to a child that makes him queer, or makes her queer, or makes them queer. The point that we have to move away from this, because we cannot, let's say for example, when we're talking about it stems from women, a girl child or a boy child. This is something we are tackling since ages, right? So why are we talking about girl child or boy child? Whatever the gender of the child that happens for you is what your child is. But here we are still fighting with that. No, we are still talking about a male child and boy child. कि किसकी जिम्मेदारी है, ये क्यों हो रहा है, ये लड़की क्यों हुई इतनी बार? Correct. We are still embroiled in that conversation. But we all know it's genetic.
Yeah.
In terms of gender, we all know it's genetic. But we cannot talk about this queer subculture and bring it down to because it's a very dangerous topic. We can't do that. Because if we do that, then we're opening up a whole can of worms.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yes.
Because technically you talk about a lack of a father figure, nurture, so the child is gay. Or a genetic tendency that technically is supposed to be coming from the mother's lining of the womb, so the mother has done this. We can't do that. So either way, it's a problem.
But then also I have heard of cases where they have themselves said that because I was abused, I turned into...
No. That is a very... It's a very regressive standpoint.
But उन्होंने खुद बोला है.
No, like say for example, it's literally like saying because a woman is raped, she'll like rape all the time.
No.
It's like that.
Yeah, you're right.
It is like that.
You're right.
How can you say that?
Well, I didn't say that.
And
They said that, but...
it is like when you're talking about me also, right? What happens is, because I was effeminate, I was ganged up upon because I was the weakest link in that particular circle. So I was ganged up because I was femme. Okay? But I knew that I had a crush on Christopher Reeve since the age of 5. Correct? So, personally speaking, I've had an abusive father. And I also tell you, and I've told so many of my friends who are women, that I wish I was straight. My life would have been simpler because it's like, who wants to battle against society all the time?
All the time.
All the time. Every moment there is this thing where I'm different, they are supposed to be normal, I'm supposed to be hatke. Why is this all the time? Why would anybody choose this willingly? If it was a choice to make, why would we choose this? It's as simple as that, no?
Yeah. Why would somebody choose to battle every day?
Correct. Why would we do this? So I'm telling you, when I saw Christopher Reeve on screen at the age of 5, I felt, oh my God, this person is this God. And I revered him till today. I still find, I'm still in awe of him, who he is. And I wanted him in my life since the age of 5. I didn't understand what to call it at that point in time. Then as I grew up, I was sexually interested in him.
Okay, even I wanted him when I was small,
so
but I didn't know about the sexual thing.
So, at the age of 11, 12, 13, when I knew what sex was.
I didn't.
Yeah, I knew what sex was.
So nobody spoke to us what sex was all about.
Correct,
my mom
also
didn't. Nobody did.
With boys, it's a different thing because it happens right in front of you. It's very overt. Correct? It's overt. You can't figure out what's happening to your body, but it's overt. Most of the times, people don't talk to us. Nobody talked to me. I was surrounded by women. There was
पहले एक निशान दे चुकी है मेरे मुंह पे.
You stay away from the camera. You're a good girl. Go away.
ज़्यादा ही प्यार है. इसके नाखून काट पहले.
So this is what I feel. I feel there is no choice to be made in sexuality. It's like It's like this. It's like
So the soul has no sex.
It's like this.
The soul is androgynous.
You don't know. You know I don't believe in a soul. Look, so when I'm talking to you, if I tell you that you have a type, you're not you're a woman, okay? You're straight. Any man will do.
No.
Correct.
No.
Why?
No.
How will
I
I
have
explain?
my preference.
How nature nurture? How will you say? Tell me this. Tell me. Have you been conditioned to liking the men you want?
No.
Or is it something that comes from within, from your soul?
Comes from within.
Correct.
Yeah.
So that is something. It's like
I mean,
sexuality is like that.
I
It is
agree with
sexuality.
you. I agree with you. Totally
Because it
agree
is a
with
part
you.
of your sexuality. Your type is a part of your sexuality.
वापस आलो बनाला.
So it's like that.
Yeah, but you tell me this. So you were telling, when we were talking, you were saying this is why you call the parents to the LGBTQ meetings so that they should understand how to react.
They
or
should
treat
understand that it is a possibility that this can happen to their children. Number one.
or abuse. I'm
Then
about
talking
abuse.
about, it can happen. Okay,
Yes.
ragging
Boy or
happens,
girl.
bullying happens,
Yes.
sexual abuse happens. It happens.
Yeah.
People have to be made sure कि ये होता है. So you have to be aware of it. You're not aware of it only.
Yeah.
So if a child goes quiet, you should need to know. You have to have a.
Or
you don't
angry.
have to have a
Even
rebellious.
angry
Rebellious.
Yes,
Yes,
rebellious.
yes.
But at a particular person, like for example, if you have to send your dog out with a walker.
I don't.
No, wait.
I never do.
Wait.
I never do.
I know, but if you have to send, and next time the dog doesn't want to go with it,
Yes.
you know why he doesn't want to go, because he's abused your dog. Similarly, if your child doesn't want to relate with a uncle or somebody, there has to be something that the uncle has done that the child hates the uncle so much, or is angry with him, or doesn't want to talk to him.
And it's not just everybody. Even the generation before me has stories about uncles.
Oh yes, definitely. I heard a lot of cases where the girl comes and tells the mother that the chacha, mama, taya, nana, dada, whoever abused me. They made me sit on their lap, trying to hump me and whatever, grind me, etc., etc. And you know what the mother said? Chup, chup, किसी को बोलना नहीं. Don't tell anybody because badnami hogi. Bloody hell, go and slap the shit out of that man. What kind of a mother are you?
But it's not that easy in so many cases, because we're not only talking about sexual abuse, then we talk about misogyny, we talk about patriarchy, we talk about where there is. If life was so simple,
Too complicated.
if life was so simple, so many things would not happen, no?
Then make it simple, no?
The first
Everybody needs to make it simple. Everybody needs to speak up. Everybody needs to
talk.
Talk.
Bring
And
it out. Talk.
Yes.
Nothing
Also-
should be made taboo.
Yes, but
Have a conversation. Because I will say this.
But also
I will
speak
say
up
that.
when it is done with you.
I will say this again. And I will talk about movies, for example. When you talk about, I just very fleetingly heard about this the whole thing where the whole theatre hall was booked so that people could go and see Dhurandhar 2. Okay? Violence is fine. But in a Superman movie, Abhi jo nikli thi Superman, it was a 10-second kiss that was cut. So you're telling me violence is fine, but intimacy is not.
Not exactly. Yesterday I was at somebody's house and there was this man who was saying that I was with my girlfriend in the car. We were making out just after the lockdown got over, and the police comes. He recorded me on video or the phone, and he tells me, "Give me 5,000 rupees." I said, that means even the government and the cops are not okay with kissing, smooching, holding hands, sitting together, or intimacy.
No, madam.
But they're okay when somebody beats up somebody, murders somebody, rapes somebody. Rubbish.
First and foremost, making out of the car is public indecency.
Why is it? He's doing it in his car.
No, it's public indecency, Ginni. So it is against the law. You
But
can't
he
make
was
out.
not even making out. He was just
You just said
smooching out.
smooching is making out.
अरे तो ठीक है ना. अच्छा मतलब सड़क के ऊपर मर्डर किया चलेगा.
No, नहीं चलेगा.
16 बार चाकू मारा गर्लफ्रेंड को
चलेगा.
सड़क पे और सब लोग ऐसे वॉक ऑफ कर रहे हैं जैसे हाँ ठीक है मर्डर तो कर रहा है.
नहीं.
है
No, that way तो
रेप कर रहा है, अब्यूज कर रहा है, लड़की को बच्चे को उठा के लेके जा रहा है, वो ठीक है. कुत्ते को रस्सी से बांध के बाइक से वो ड्रैग कर रहा है, वो ठीक है. दैट इज अलाउड. ब्लडी मेकिंग आउट एंड इंटिमेसी इज नॉट.
It is not allowed. It is against the law. Crime against animals is also against the law, but the fine is ₹50.
और मेकिंग आउट के लिए 5,000.
No, that's a bribe. That was a bribe.
No, he asked for 5,000.
If he to finish it off, रफा दफा करो.
अच्छा तो फिर ब्राइब क्या है, मतलब फाइन क्या है?
That I don't know.
Must be 10,000.
No. Public indecency. He would have to go to the court. He would have to prove it. Then you would have to pay the court. You have to go through the.
But
you have to go through the legal way.
Okay.
Legal route.
Okay.
But nobody does that.
Okay, answer one
One
question.
minute. You tell me.
Nobody does that.
If your friend would have said नहीं मैं नहीं करूँगा, मैं जाके कोर्ट में
he
लड़ूंगा.
won't
कौन
do it.
करता है?
नहीं करता है. अच्छा
फिर?
मेरे को एक सवाल का जवाब दो. मैं सवाल भूल गई.
हाय बुढ़ापा. We're talking about court. We're talking about police. We're talking about how intimacy cannot be seen.
No, wait. अच्छा, you tell me one thing. हर साल इंडिया में, I'm talking about India, okay? हर साल वैलेंटाइंस डे पे बीजेपी एंड आरएसएस वाले बिहार में, यूपी में, हर जगह तमाशा करते हैं, लोगों को मारते हैं, पता नहीं वो ग्रुप में आते हैं और जो भी कपल बैठा होगा, चाहे वो पति पत्नी है, 1-2-3 बार तो ऐसा हुआ है कि पति पत्नी बैठे हैं, उनको भी उन्होंने मारा है. करेक्ट. मंगलसूत्र पहना हुआ है. तो ये लोग सब 14 फरवरी को या जब भी वो डांडिया के बाद बॉम्बे में, ठीक है, ये लोग सब आके धांधली करते हैं. जब कोई मर्डर या रेप होता है, हाँ, पठान फिल्म में दीपिका पादुकोण ने ऐसा बिकनी क्यों पहना, इतना थिएटर तोड़ दिया. पद्मावत में उन्होंने तमाशा किया, हर चीज में तमाशा करते हैं. नो वन सेकंड, माय क्वेश्चन इज, जब कोई रेप या मर्डर होता है तब कहाँ होते हैं ये?
बड़े हुआ था ना, निर्भया के लिए हुआ.
निर्भया बस वंस. निर्भया जैसे केस उसके बाद कितने हो गए?
Too many to count.
So where are these RSS and BJP people and Shiv Sena people at that time? Why are they not coming and talking about it? And उस वक्त वो रेपिस्ट को या मर्डरर को पकड़ के क्यों नहीं मारते? तब गवर्नमेंट से सवाल क्यों नहीं करते कि ये सब के रेपिस्ट को बेल पे बाहर छोड़ देते हैं?
Because when we talking about it, like say for example, I'm not saying that what you're saying is wrong. I'm saying that the mentality is such. Why I tell you? The Sia case that happened, she threw that she murdered her fiance, right? Everybody is saying Sia ne kiya. Okay? When a girl or a rape case happens, nobody names the perpetrator.
Right.
The men are never talked about. It
is
always the Nirbhaya case. It is the woman who is talked about as the victim, and it's the woman who is talked about as the person who is the aggressor. It is always the woman who is named.
Why is the man not named?
Because you see,
it's either Hindu or Muslim also.
It's like I'll tell you another example. You talk about the Vietnam War. You talk about the Korean War. You talk about all these wars that America starts. But nobody says it's an American war.
Yes, agreed. Nobody says it's an American war.
Why?
But the war is started by America.
Think about it.
It is they said.
Why?
Exactly when I said this, that the war is actually American because the soldiers are coming from America.
Why? I'm asking.
Why?
Think why. Or you tell them to think.
Because it is mind programmed. Because that is what is taught to you through the news channels.
It is something to do with the mind. It is how we are brought up and said that it is how, because we are living in a man's world, that everything that happens, and when people say, no, it's not all men. It is not all men, but all men do, we have to take, as a man, I have to take responsibility for what happens outside. And like say for example, when we're talking about it, like
man is supposed to be the protector.
It's so simple. It's so simple. Like I have Muslim friends. There was in a conversation with another Muslim friend of mine. He talked about the girl who died in Bengal. I said, but yes, you're right. You're absolutely right. It has to be castigated. There was also a girl who died in Rajasthan. Correct? We have to talk about all of them. We don't have to be selfish and talk about only people from our community. Correct. Or people from our sex.
Correct.
Or people from our sexuality. If there is a boy who has died by bullying, whether he's gay or straight doesn't matter to me.
Doesn't matter.
I feel bad for him.
Exactly.
And that is what we need to.
That compassion
cultivate.
is gone. That compassion is gone.
No, ये जो जब शर्मिला टैगोर फिल्म फेयर पे बिकिनी पहन के आई थी, धमाल वो टाइम पे भी हुआ था, 1956 में भी हुआ था.
एक मिनट, जब इमरान हाशमी 16 बार एक पिक्चर में किस कर रहा था, तब क्यों नहीं काटा?
That is well because
तो सुपरमैन में क्यों काटा?
Because they will say that the Superman was made for children, so children are coming to see it.
Please.
Yeah, that's the argument. That the certificate is the argument. Otherwise, they will give it an A rating and not cut it.
Okay, I have a question. When this...
And I don't even want to go into Satluj right now.
Yeah. No, when that Balaji telefilm series on the television, that is seen by everybody in the family.
That you can talk because I've never watched it.
I've never watched. I've just read the news that I think they were sent a notice or something about because of some series, but somebody was telling me that there is all kinds of sexual intimacy shown in those series. That's what somebody told me.
No,
I've not seen it, so I don't
You're
know.
talking about Alt Balaji. You're talking about Alt Balaji. Alt Balaji is fine. Alt Balaji is OTT.
हाँ, तो OTT क्या बच्चे नहीं देखते घर में?
See, what happens is that when you
तो
are
वो
talking
allowed
about
है.
what
तब
OTT,
सेंसर बोर्ड क्या कर रहा है?
censor board cannot touch OTT.
Why not?
I don't believe censor board should actually touch anything.
Okay.
Your child, you censor the child.
Correct. I
Correct?
agree.
You don't tell me what I should watch with what rating.
No, but censor board anyways half the time doesn't do a great job.
No, that's up to when I'm talking about art, when you're creating art, I don't believe any kind of art should be censored because there are so many things. There are so many things. If I'm seeing something, you will see it differently. I will see it differently.
Yeah. What was censor board doing during Durandar? All those pieces of meat of men flying around.
I have not seen Durandar, so I can't comment on it. I have seen only one shot where a man is actually being hacked to death on a car.
Oh.
Correct? That is what but that is an A rating. You see, this is the problem. This is the point. So if I was a parent, I would make sure, there are certain controls that you can like, there are parental controls on certain things. There are certain rules that at this point you're not supposed to do this at this point. Children are going to do it. They're children. But you have to make sure that they are aware of what is also out there.
But that the parents will do when they have the time to spend with children, no?
That's
Nowadays,
a different issue. That's a different issue.
Huh.
That's a different issue.
Okay.
The point that we are talking about is why we can't talk openly about sex and what is good touch, what is bad touch, so that we can prevent children from being abused.
Yeah.
And the second point that is very important is if a child is being abused outside and coming back home, and you notice, as a parent, you need to notice when a child is off, when a child is not eating, when a child is moody. You have to have a communication with that child, right? In order for you to figure it. These are the two main points: talk and figure out. These are the two main points that we started with.
Yeah.
Then it went all over. So the thing is,
Bound to.
Yeah, bound to. But so ये तो दो मुद्दे हैं. As you are a parent, correct? Have you had conversations with your children about this?
I have. I told my husband, my children are grown, 10 years, 12 years, please speak to them about sex so that they don't have to go through abuse. My husband said, बड़े होंगे अपने आप सीख लेंगे.
Yeah.
What I did is I got and bought an encyclopedia. I made my kids sit with my sister's son sit because even nobody spoke to him. I made them all sit. I showed them biologically the diagrams, teaching them that what is what and what if somebody does is wrong and right. I sat with them. Definitely I did that. I did. Because nobody did it with me. I did not know what is good, bad. I did not know what is right, wrong. I did not have the guts to speak up when I was abused. So I wanted to make sure, and I told my children, if anybody, because see, the simple thing that children don't understand is that your closest friends and well-wishers are your parents, at least one of your parents. Nobody will help you in time of need and issue when there's a problem except your parents, even if you're wrong. So the first thing you do is you come and speak to your parent, not to your friends. You can go talk to them later if you have to. First come and speak to the parent. If your father he doesn't have the time or he doesn't have the guts to speak about that topic, speak to your mother. I mean, it depends, it's very relative, but this is what I think.
So I disagree with Ginni on this point, in the point that where she says that, because she's a mom, she's saying it, so I can understand it, but, and that is the kind of mom that she is, where you can go and talk to her about it, but all parents are not like
No, that's why I said.
So all parents
if
are
not
not
both,
approachable.
at least one,
All parents are not approachable. Sometimes what happens is we come from patriarchal families where the father is the be all and end all, and the mother will not go against the father. So it's very difficult. For example,
my mother is not approachable.
Yeah.
I can't go and tell her that this one. I told my mother once, about the abuse.
So then
she just brushed it off.
So then, how are you saying that parents are the people?
Because not all parents are like that.
But you had parents who you couldn't approach, no?
Yeah.
I had parents. I had one parent who was very busy, so she tried her best. But I couldn't really approach her because she would not be able to understand what I was trying to tell. She did try. She did, no doubts about it. She tried all her life, but she could not understand exactly what I was trying to communicate.
So in one case, my mother supported me, but in the other case, she did not support me. So I had spoken to her twice, and in one case, she did support me.
We forget when you are saying that parents will have your back. You have to also understand parents are also human and they are also fallible.
Oh yes, definitely.
So
I agree.
They
with
have
that.
their own complexities and they have their own problems.
That's why I said it's very relative.
सबसे पहले उन लोग बोलेंगे लोग क्या कहेंगे. That's the first thing that people say. I think the third point should have been that.
Yeah.
Where log kya kahenge is the biggest thing that we need to put and throw out of the window.
Definitely.
Because log aake hamare bills nahi bharte.
Nahi bharte.
Correct. So it's as simple as that. So this is something that I think we need to talk.
Log kya kahenge? That's a very big point.
Yeah, it's a very big point.
That people need to really stop thinking about log kya kahenge. Because if you are going to think about what they are going to think, then what are they going to think?
Yeah.
So let them think. You don't think about what they think because they don't pay your bills and they don't look after your children. That's a very big thing. And especially in conservative families and cultures, they are more worried about people than their own children, which is really sad. I mean, these two last cases that happened in Rajasthan.
But Ginni, I will also say this: you just can't say what is conservative and what is liberal, because there have been families that I know who are super liberal, correct, and they would accept everything that is happening outside. The moment their own child is queer, they will not accept it. You see? So liberal मतलब यहाँ से, खाली यहाँ से नहीं. There are people who come from villages who are extremely liberal.
Yeah.
And there are people sitting in Cuff Parade who are not.
Not. Do you think that education has got anything to do with it?
No. I just made that point.
I wanted you to say
I think it is empathy.
I wanted you to say
Because what is the education that we are getting?
Exactly.
Algebra, geometry is not going to help us with empathy, right? It will help us in a certain section. We don't cover it all.
So that empathy, compassion,
community living, moral science, हम लोग कहाँ तक पढ़ते हैं बोलो?
कहाँ सिखाते हैं?
प्राइमरी में खाली होता है. बस उसके बाद छोड़ दिया.
वो तो बाद में हुआ. हमारे टाइम पे तो मतलब नहीं था कम्युनिटी लिविंग एंड सोशल साइंस.
कम्युनिटी मॉडल साइंस भी है.
हमारे टाइम पे नहीं था.
So this has to
these
continue,
are the
no?
things that the children are supposed to learn from home.
Yeah.
Because they learn looking at what their parents are doing, not from what the parents are saying. But anyway, so just wanted to make certain points to everyone to talk and to be aware.
Especially parents.
Look around. Keep your eyes, ears open. And
if you guys haven't seen this movie called Prayers for Bobby.
Prayers for Bobby.
Yeah. It's a very, very good film where a mother loses her son and then she realizes what she did wrong, and then she works with the community. So that is something what we are actually talking about, where a parent fails to listen to the child when it is actually happening, and then when it is too late, she wakes up. So don't wait till it's too late.
I would also say that speak to your committee, your society, your school, your college, and make sure that they have somebody who is vigilant on what is happening in that CCTV. Somebody who's 24/7 watching it, not just there for the heck of it. I mean, why are you investing in it if that is not going to stop a crime, and you're going to be trying to catch the culprit after the crime is done, after somebody's died, after somebody's raped. There's no point. Or there is a robbery or whatever it is. So, thank you everyone for watching.
Cheers.
And
thanks for having me on your podcast.
Goodbye.